Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 12th to the 18th. This is for Pisces and Pisces rising, and we're going to jump right into it. It is a loaded week. Pisces, we're kicking it off on Monday with Mars moving into Aquarius. Now, here's the thing. We're coming out of that new moon in Aquarius. And as you know, Pluto's in Aquarius. We're in Aquarius season. Now we got Mars, the planet of action and drive, moving into Aquarius, which represents your 12th house. So what does this mean? There is going to be, it's almost like you're going to be in the zone, but in the zone in the way where you could unlock a lot of potential, because the 12th house is your subconscious. It's hidden things, it's secrets, it's intuition. A lot of psychic energy lives in the 12th house. A lot of it's everything that's happening up here. All right. And you are the native ruler of the 12th house. You are the most psychic out of the signs. Y'all are so intuitive, such spiritual energy. So you could feel a lot of movement in that area, especially in the way that you, in terms of like the role that you want to play in humanity, in society. Those are things that Aquarius represents. And you could feel a little bit of, your independent side coming out, even like a rebellious side, traits of Aquarius as well. Mars will be in Aquarius all month long. All right. So this is, Mars is aggressive. It is, really, really you taking that action toward the visions that you have for yourself, for your future, because, Aquarius is the visionary as well. So it really is asking you to just, see the future that you want for yourself and really strive for it and take action toward it. And again, a lot of it may just be unrooting things deep down in your subconscious. The 12th house is also like, where self-sabotage energy, hidden enemies as well. So you could identify a lot of those right now. All right. So this is a really good time to really be in this place where you are in this amazing, alignment, like with spirituality. Right. So I absolutely love this for you. Now, on the 13th, we have two major aspects. One, Venus sextiling Neptune. You are definitely going to feel this 1,000%. Venus, a planet of love and relationships and romance. This is happening the day before Valentine's Day, if you celebrate Valentine's Day, but it is such a big aspect and such a harmonious aspect. You will feel it on Valentine's Day, but it is in Venus sextiling Neptune. Neptune is in your sign. And so this is an aspect that is so lovely. It's so romantic. There's so much passion around it, so much compassion around it as well. It's such a, just a great dreamy day. And that's another thing, is I do want you to pay attention to your dreams this week. There is a really high chance they're telling you something right now. Okay, your dreams are going to be telling you things right now. And I'm not talking about if you saw Scream 6 last night and then and you had nightmares. Those are not the dreams that you would pay attention to. The dreams that that are calling to you. But if you're not here for love or romance, by the way, because this is such a romantic day, it can be you just being romantic toward the arts, you being romantic toward things that you're passionate about. It's really asking you to, it's like, what moves you? What do you feel deep down in your bones? What inspires you? That's what this aspect is. And it's really nice. Now, on the same day, Mars will conjunct Pluto. That is a dramatic pause. This is really, really big. I can't even underplay this aspect. It is Mars conjuncting Pluto has a charge about it. Okay. And they're both happening in Aquarius. Some of y'all can, again, in terms of spirituality, in terms of intuition, really have these profound moments. Okay. Openings. All right. This is going to be really big. It is go time. It's absolutely you're gonna feel this drive about it, and so it really, even intuitive energy is gonna be big. Neptune in your sign brings that as well. This is in general Mars conjuncting Pluto. It does have this, it elevates and enhances sex drive as well. You could feel that, Pluto is in Aquarius and Mars in Aquarius, all in your 12th house. So there could be some things happening in your subconscious, but you will just feel this energy. And again, if you're not here for love or romance, it still is it could you just be having this, really high, intense desire toward your passion, intense desire for power, right? You have two of the most powerful planets here in this aspect where there's just like, boom. So keep that in mind. This is such a big aspect. Now, Mars, like I said earlier, is aggressive. Mars is Aries ruling planet. Where did Aries come from? Aries, the god of war. And so this is a lot of ego at play, okay? It can be a lot of ego at play. It can be a lot of, come at me bro energy, a lot of power tripping, a lot of power struggles. So just identify that should that be happening within your world, within your orbit, any circumstances you fall into. Because remember, Mars conjuncting Pluto is going to affect every single person in this world. And so a lot of people can be walking around with their collars flipped up, okay? Wearing a crown and a robe on the street, stuff like that, again, heightened egos here. So just, tap into your inner warrior at this point, really just, as a force of good, and really just honestly, with this powerful aspect, use it to your advantage. All right, use it to your advantage. I want you to own this power. It's all about empowerment, okay? All about empowerment. And I want you to own this power to propel you forward in the direction you want to go. And when I say that, just as an example, I recently had a friend that was like fishing to have an argument, really, walking the wire. And I was just like, I don't have time for this. I don't want this. Like, you have it. You have it. You're right about this. Everything's good. I owned my power by not falling into this trap of him wanting to have this argument where I knew it was just going to go in circles. And, 2 days later, he actually did come back and apologize, and he realized what he was doing, and he realized that, I was wrong. And so that's owning your power. Don't let anyone take your power away from you. All right. So this is a very powerful aspect. We're not seeing it again until January 2026. All right. 2 years from now. So keep that in mind, because this is, again, I want you to take advantage of this. This is a time where you can have a really big impact. You can have really big influence. All right. Especially with this Aquarius energy, that independent, rebellious energy. And I'm not talking about like, Andrew Dice Clay or whatever. I'm talking about Ethan Hawke standing on his desk at the end of Dead Poet Society saying, "Oh, Captain, my Captain." That is what I'm talking about. That is, standing up for what you believe in, and really finding your voice and having that power. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. Now, on the 14th, on actual Valentine's Day, really, really big, if you celebrate it, all right? If you celebrate it, the moon in Taurus conjuncting Jupiter. So now we have another conjunction the day after a conjunction. Hello. Really interesting. Don't forget, Venus is Taurus's ruling planet, so Venus is at play on Valentine's Day. So very interesting. And then Jupiter is in Taurus. And there is a sense of adventure. There's this giddiness to this aspect. There's this fun, and it's very lighthearted. It's very playful, but it's also very... there's a lot of luck around it. Remember, Jupiter is a planet of good luck and good fortune. So you could just get really lucky. You could feel really lucky around this time. It's really, really nice. And remember, this is all happening in your third house. So communication is a big thing here. You can get some really nice, messages, and, have some really fun conversations, but a lot of travel too. Third house does rule short distance travel. I wouldn't be surprised if some of y'all do. Now, on the 16th is when we have Mercury square Uranus. All right, we're coming after the Sun squaring Uranus. Now we have Mercury squaring Uranus. Now, this may affect you a little bit more than the other signs. And I say that because Mercury, the planet of communication, all right, and logic and thinking and whatnot, is squaring Uranus, which is in your third house of communication, which Mercury rules. So you may feel this. And remember, I said it's almost like a wall being built and you having to just break through that wall. There could be like a big squeeze or a challenge around this time. Promise me, the first things first, promise me you don't sign contracts this day. All right. Remember, Uranus is all about surprises, and it's in a challenging aspect with Mercury. Secondly, you may hear surprising news around this time. You may hear something sudden come up. As an example, me being an Aquarius, this is happening in my fourth house. house. And, you know, when the sun squared Uranus last week, I had some surprising news from my landlord that came out of nowhere. And it took a couple days to sort that out. Okay, so just be mindful. You also want to be careful how you communicate. All right, you may say some things that you don't mean to. All right, remember, there's a lot of power happening this week, a lot of like egos being driven. And I'm not saying that any of y'all have like a big ego or anything, but I'm just saying be mindful, because on the same day, Venus moves into Aquarius. Now, Venus in Aquarius is very free spirited. So you could say something casually that you didn't really mean to. It came out the wrong way. So just be mindful. I mean, you could go to your, you know, you could tell your friend like, oh, hey, I love your shoes, but they just don't look great on you. And you meant it as a joke, but it was not taken the right way. So just be mindful around this day. You know, Venus in Aquarius is more of like, you know, having this mental connection, but it's still, you know, it's, remember Aquarius being an air sign, but there could be a lot of conversations, a lot of like even just you feeling good about, you know, love and money and beauty, but also like just having some great conversations around it. But you see at this point, we have the Sun, Mercury, Mars, Venus, and Pluto all in Aquarius in your 12th house. I mean, come on. That's a lot of activity. I wouldn't be surprised if you hear secrets too. You know, remember I said there's a level of depth with Pluto already, all right? And so secrets and mysteries and whatnot. And now, I mean, you know, you have all this, the planets in your 12th house, all right? Hidden things. So there could be some secrets that are revealed or that you discover. And I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that, or you could even tell some secrets at this time. Like you could, you know, and it could be very liberating for you. Remember, Aquarius is freedom. So now on the 17th, Venus conjuncts Pluto. Oh my goodness. This is a very, you know, intimate aspect. All right. Very romantic on a very deep, intense level. We're talking about Venus now conjuncting Pluto. Okay. Remember, Pluto is also transformation, but this is, you know, this is a lot of sensuality, a lot of sexuality. Remember, we have that sex drive energy with Mars conjuncting Pluto. Now we got Venus conjuncting Pluto. So it can be, again, if you're not here for love and romance, really deep. It could be like this really deep, intense desire for love, for your passions, for the things that you're passionate about. But there is this depth that you're going to feel. A lot of kismet energy too. If you are single, oh my goodness, you need to take advantage of this. This is like you having your Leo and Kate at the helm of the boat moment. Or it could be 50 Shades of Grey. This is that kind of aspect. It is very powerful. But at the end of the day, Venus also rules money. So there could be some money matters that are, you know, happening around this time. But just take advantage. Again, this is something that it's not very common. Okay. So it is going to happen again at the end of the year, but really, really, and a different, you know, obviously in a different sign, but this is just definitely like, I just feel a lot of things being unlocked for you around this week. All right. Now on the 18th, happy birthday, Pisces. We move into Pisces season. All right. So everything is shifting toward you. Everything is shifting toward your identity. And we'll talk about the sun in Pisces next week, because there's, I mean, Mars and Venus moving into Aquarius. These three powerful conjunctions this week. Let's go ahead and get started, Pisces. Let's see what's going on for you for the week of February 12th to the 18th. Again, this is for Pisces and Pisces rising. If you do want to read for your moon, your Venus, if you know your birth chart, if you know those placements, you are absolutely welcome to, if you want more insight in those areas of your life. So Pisces, let's get started. See what's going on for you for February 12th to the 18th. Now, Pisces, I don't think I took a breath at all. I do a traditional call to cross spread. Really does bring the best overview. And I am going to be talking fast because it is just like, that was already like, wow, so much happening. And you're good. You're good. Wow. You're good. I want you to, I definitely want you to move forward in this, your mindset. You're going to be so activated up here. All right. So just feel empowered up there, but otherwise you're amazing. You're really good. This is like one of those spreads that brings a smile to my face. I love this. Let's get started. You got the Ace of Pentacles. Hello. I love this for you. There's so much happening. This is really grounding. The Ace of Pentacles is very grounding. So it feels like there's something rooting up in your life, something new. Aces, out of all the minor arcanas, by the way, they bring the most new change, right? The new beginnings, new opportunities. You even see the golden pathway here with the archway. It's a gateway, okay? So there is something new. You see it's the biggest pentacle in the deck, all right? So definitely money matters. There could have been something new that came through in terms of money and wealth. Could also have been a baby, by the way, that's coming through. But even still, there is this almost like something new that's brewing in your life. In your physical world, it's, pentacles are your physical reality as well. So it's almost like it's just beginning, and you're on the brink of something like really great and really new. Can be money and wealth, but again, physical reality. All right. So again, just know that it's almost like there's this rebirth happening, and you're on the brink of it, and it's going to be a wonderful week. You got the Four of Wands in the heart of your spread. Now, the reason why it really could be some money stuff here is because, well, okay. So you got the Pentacles here. Now you have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is all about milestones. It's all about joy. There's celebration. Partnerships, relationships could be a big thing. All right. So there could be you celebrating, like maybe getting a new job, getting promoted, or it could, because Wands are very work, enterprise, job related, but it could also be you getting proposed to, getting married, getting your dream job. There's so many things, having a baby, right? But here's what's really interesting. What I really love about this card is attributed to Venus and Aries. As we know, the North Node moved into Aries in your second house of money. And so that is something that's happening, and it's like your destiny, your calling, right? And it changes. We're actually having the North and South Node move into Pisces, Virgo, right? 2025. But this year, you have your North Node in your second house of money, salary, income. You have all this potential. Use it. A lot of y'all, it seems like it's already happening, or you're on the brink of that happening. But in any case, again, it can be just something in your physical reality, and it can be some partnership activity that's happening too, which is, there's a lot happening here. Now, you did get the Six of Swords in your challenge area. And so, again, like I said, there's going to be a lot of activity happening up here. All right. And this is a sword suit, which is the mental suit in your challenge area. So there could be a sense of like something that you've really got to let go right now. I think that was a theme last week too, but something up here. All right. There's something that may be holding you back. I'm also getting like, there's some sense of like something this week may happen where you may feel that you can't break through that, but you can. Okay. You can. It's the Mercury will, remember, like I said, square Uranus, where it feels like the wall's being built, but more in a mental capacity, especially your subconscious at this point. It can be both conscious and subconscious. There's so much happening there, especially because this card is actually attributed to Mercury in Aquarius. And as we know, Mercury is in Aquarius all week long. Mercury in Aquarius is in your 12th house. All right. So keep that in mind. You can have this breakthrough. Just be, it's an effort, right? It's you taking that action. Now, you have the Hermit. So again, that soul searching, being in your 12th house, the subconscious, and, even just doing that deep, intense exploring of hidden things within you. But this, a lot of wisdom with the Hermit, right? And it's really doing that deep soul searching to find that wisdom, to really think about your future. You even see him holding the lantern light, right? So he's made all these accomplishments, and he does want to know what comes next, but you can't, you can only see so far with lantern light. So how do you see further than that, Pisces? You go within. All right. You go within. Even up here, your pineal gland, your third eye, your sixth sense. What I love about this is that the Hermit is Virgo. We are two things here. We are approaching that full moon in Virgo next week. Okay. Now,
Virgo rules your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. And so there could be something coming to an end in terms of partnerships and relationships. And it can be love, it can be career, it can be just like a one-on-one, a friendship, something. And it doesn't necessarily mean like for all Pisces, something's going to end. It could be just like a chapter in a relationship ends for a new chapter, or there's just adjusting for an ascension in some area, but really like do that soul searching. But a lot of it is going to be up here. Okay. A lot. So like that connection of everything, mind, body, spirit, all of that. Wheel of Fortune. Come on. And the root of your spread. Absolutely amazing. This is, looking at your entire spread here, actually, it is going to be a time for, I feel like you're going to feel a little bit more empowered in terms of communication. Remember, you do have Jupiter and Uranus in your 3rd house of communication. And there's a lot of aspects with power this week. Now, Wheel of Fortune is attributed to Jupiter. Therefore, this card is all about good luck. It's all about good fortune. And it is, it's a 10. So it's almost like rebirth, right? It's right in the middle of the major arcanas, and 1-0 equals 1, new beginning. Now, this wheel is constantly turning. So I want you to constantly like work with this wheel. This card is highly associated with karma. So again, there's that sense of like you and your intuition and spirituality, but you're always wanting to work with your karma. But it does look like there is a sense of like a lot of luck coming through this week, a lot of like divine intervention too. Some of these surprises that happen could be in your favor. It could be like really fortunate. It could be like, even in the moment, it could be like, oh my gosh, I did not expect this. I don't like it. But then like 20 seconds later, you're like, actually, this is the best thing that happened for me. This is opening up a lot of different paths for you. It seems like there are some big changes happening for you, because there is a sense of like with the Wheel of Fortune, there is a sense of mystery with it too, right? Especially with it, the hidden things and whatnot in your 12th house. But there is a sense of like, what is going to be happening in my future? But it seems like there may be a lot of different paths, and it is auspicious here. And you also have the Queen of Swords in your future. Really amazing. I really love this for you. Okay, so now I'm going to have to say it. This week, I decided to do every sign in order, okay? Sometimes I skip things around. This week, I decided to do every sign in order, all right? And so you're the last sign I'm reading. Every sign has pulled a card that represents their 8th house. And Pluto is the ruler for the 8th house, and Pluto is very active right now. And the 8th house is all about transformation. And so your south node, if your north node moved into Aries, your south node moved into Libra, which rules your 8th house. The Queen of Swords is Libra. So there is this sense of this transformative experience where you're going to be a little bit more like, have a lot more power. All right. In terms of, being this like authority, all right, being headstrong, head above your clouds, but also being someone where you've discovered all your truths, you faced all your truths. No one can hide anything from you. You're leading with your head in a lot of capacities here because you've done this soul searching. You've really gone through your subconscious, and it's all forming in your conscious now. And this is really great. I absolutely love this for you. And, with the Queen of Swords being Libra, it could also be like with a partnership relationship as well. Even some legal matters as well. That could be, you're on top of things and you see the fairness in things and everything's just for you. I absolutely love this. You're good. You're good. You're good. I just say you're good. Who says that? Pisces, let's get to your stuff. Pisces, my secret crush. If you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I wouldn't be here without you. So I am truly grateful. And look at you. Oh my goodness. This is so crazy. Okay. So you see the theme that's happening here, right? I hope you saw your last week's reading. Now, you did get the got the Ten of Cups, which is really great, as you know. Well, maybe you don't know, but this is a Pisces card. All right, so very nice. I love that you did get the Ten of Cups. This is a lot of like joy, a lot of celebration, just like the four wands, but more in terms of like this enlightenment, like it's so much like when I say joy, like it's just, everything's good. Like, I mean, you see the happy couple, you see the happy family, you see happy everything, you see the only rainbow in tarot indicating a promising future. You see the 10 cups aligned in the rainbow, a lot of enlightenment. So you can have all this and you can just keep going, keep your energy levels high. You can have all this. It seems like there is, again, some changes happening here. Remember I said 10 is the end of the suit. So there is this, again, something new happening for you. That's really nice. Now you did get the 2 of Wands as well. 2 Wands in your external factors area. I really like this for you. This is really nice because this is, a sense of planning. There could be someone coming through, by the way, a financial planner or something, or someone like a communicator. There's someone coming through. Okay. Keep that in mind. There could be someone that you're working with this week that's helping you plan your future in some capacity. All right. Actually, it could be an Aries. This card is attributed to Aries. And when I say Aries, it could be like an Aries rising, just keep that in mind. It could have strong Aries energy. But there is a sense of just planning your future. Like you have accomplished a lot here. Okay. And you can even see he's got the world in his hands. All right. But it's more about like, okay, I have made these accomplishments. What's next? Like, let me plan what's next. Now, you did get the 8 of Swords, but where it falls in your spread, it's just saying like, you do not want to get trapped in your head. You do not want to have moments where you fear things or things are, when I say Pluto is very active, Pluto, I've always said, is a planet that's asking you, are you going to own me or are you going to fear me? It looks like you do not want to. It looks like this is the last thing you want is to feel that, this is, we could refer to it as like the self-victim card, right? So it's more like you putting yourself in this headspace where you don't want to face the truth. You don't want to see the future. But again, where it falls in your spread, it's like it's saying where you don't want any of that. You're ready to just move forward and face your truth, like with the Queen of Swords in your future. And now you have the Devil. Did you see your last week's reading? If you did, and it was in the heart of your spread. Now it's in your final outcome. So again, there is a sense, well, as I mentioned in your last week's reading, the Devil is, it makes sense that the Devil is showing up, there's so much like, especially with all this activity in your 12th house, right? The subconscious is, what is the subconscious, right? It's where we store our memories. So it's where low energy frequencies live, like fear and doubt and anxiety and things like that. Things that the Devil pulls out of us, right? And so this is again saying, let's break free from that energy. All right. And it doesn't even have to be things that are happening up here. The Devil does rule pessimistic thinking too. And I talk about it all the time. Everything is made of energy, like down to the molecular level. And when I say everything, literally everything, even the thoughts in your head. So if you have these thoughts that are low frequency, that are doubt or, I can't even think of anything else, like doubt or like lack of confidence and things like that. And, even writing things out like, oh, like nothing ever happens for you. You're like saying those things. You're pulling yourself in this low frequency energy that makes the Devil happy. He is an energy vampire. He likes to suck that energy out of you. So you don't want that. You see the 2 people chained to the Devil. The chains are loose. You can break free. All right. So this is your opportunity to break free from that. All right. So it's all about your mindset. And again, with all this activity in your 12th house, unrooting things so you don't have those thoughts or, with Mercury being highly at play this week, saying things that are low frequency and self-sabotage energy, which is all in the 12th house. And you see that here as well. And there's a lot of addiction in this card, vices in this card. It really is it's your choice at the end of the day. You see the 2 people from the Lover's card, right? So, the Lover's card is all about choices. Same thing here. Okay. So it's your choice. Are you going to stay in this low energy frequency or do you want to break free? You want to break free from it. All right. This is, energy vampire here. So just keep that in mind. It could be, again, it can be relationship related because there is partnership relationship activity in your spread and what's happening astrologically too. And also maybe even a friendship. Maybe there's like, like a toxic friendship, toxic boss, something toxic, but it definitely could be something in your subconscious too. In any case, you're good. Just break free from the devil energy. You've got the four. You're good. You're really good here. All right. Remember, the devil at the end of the day in your final outcome showed up again. So you want to take that as a sign. There may be something that you need to let go. And then also with the Six of Swords in your challenge area, yeah, again, remember, swords are the mental suit. So remember, letting something, it might be something up here, all right? Something up here that you may want to let go so you feel a lot more free with this Aquarius energy, which you're meant to feel, right? And if it's in your physical reality, physical world, like a relationship or, toxic work environment or whatnot, have that moment to think about it. Like, is this really draining my energy? Is this really, having an impact on me? If so, let me move forward. Pisces, you're amazing. Thanks so much for being here. If you like this reading, it would be great if you'd like, subscribe, leave comments, talk to me. Next week, happy birthday. Happy birthday. We're moving into Pisces season, but we also have that full moon in Virgo. Really big. And then we also have Venus conjunct Mars. Really, again, another really, really, really big aspect. Anyway, we'll talk next week. All right. Thanks so much, Pisces. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.